BimmerBuilds Knox, it's part 3 of the 750LI teardown, and we're about to get down to chains and guides. Let's go. Jumping in, ladies and gentlemen, so today we are attempting to go all the way down to chains and guides. We have a lot of work to do. We are out here super early. We are getting started on everything. Manifolds coming off, valve covers are coming off. We've got to get down to pulleys. We got to get the water pump off. A lot of these hoses and lines and vacuum lines and cooling lines that are left all have to come out of the way so that we can get down to these timing cover plates right here. All right, so there's a mini condenser under here on that panel that we were looking at that actually runs 2 of the main AC lines to it. So we're not going to completely remove this panel, and thankfully we don't have to grab the auxiliary fan. Here, watch, maneuver that line for me while I pull this. Hung up on that side over there. Let's see. You got it? There we go. Beautiful. Let's see. Are we hung up still? Right there on the light light housing. There we go.
Oh, slow as she goes.
There we go. Beautiful. All right, our auxiliary fan is out. So we're going to set that aside, and now you guys can see the access that we have in here. So this is great access. We didn't end up having to remove the what am I trying to say? Radiator. There we go. Didn't end up having to remove the radiator. This is going to give us a lot more access to be able to maneuver in here, so we're going to keep on rolling, y'all. I'm going to be working on some of these vacuum lines and other things that are down here to start moving things out of the way of the timing covers, water pump access, pulleys, and belts. So we are unlocking this vacuum line right here. It is a twist lock mechanism. Did you get that side?
No.
I got the center.
You might have to grab that.
Okay, all right. So we're going to get this out of the way. It's resting on the front of the manifold. All right, so as we continue forward on this project, not only did we decipher we don't have to remove the fuel system or the manifold in order to get down to timing covers. This setup is very different than the M62 4.4 liter where the fuel system and the manifold directly interfere with removing valve covers. So that's great. Here's what we did find. Don't you love this chaos? Don't you love when we have to clean up other people's messes? Isn't it fantastic?
So that bolt don't go there. I'm sure it doesn't go there.
What?
It goes up and under here and into there for a fuel rail.
What? You don't have to re-bolt in fuel rails when doing work on a fuel system on a car. It's no big deal if fuel injectors pop out of their intake holes. Come on. And no, you know what?
I love a good engine fire, don't you?
And then you know what else? Sure, I'm going to redo wiring for the injectors too, but not re-ground it. Because who needs a ground on electrical fuel systems? Come on, man. So,
flammable fires.
Yeah, open circuits and just fuel spraying all over the valley. No big deal. So yeah, guys, we have found that whoever worked on this car prior to us not only did not, let me show you guys this. Hold on, step back for a second. Do y'all see that fuel injector right there? Now it's in its port and seated. Now it's not. In its port and seated? Now it's not. It is crucially important that you put bolts back where they go when messing with fuel systems. It's even more crucially important to ground them. Oh my gosh. In order to get to the backside of the valve covers, this whole plate has to come out. It covers everything back there and houses the cabin air intake snorkels and filters. So we're going to go ahead and finish getting this unbolted here and here. They are 10 mils up top and down low. You got a couple of plugs up there. and then you should be able to pull that straight out. All right, so here we go. Chaos, you want to grab that side? I'll grab this side. It should just pull straight out.
Hold on.
Oh yeah, go ahead and take the trim off there, and then lift straight up and out. Beautiful. All right, set that aside with our other goodies over here. All right, so that gives us access. Where did I put my trusty tack light? That gives us access back there in the back to go straight down through here in order to grab our rear bolts. Actually, you know what? Do you see any bolts back there?
I don't.
That's interesting. Oh, look, there it is. You see it down there in the corner in the back?
Mm-hmm.
There's one right back there.
I'm gonna go snaking around here.
Yep. All right, y'all, we're going to keep doing inspection. We got to get all this squirrel stuff out of here and everything, too, to be able to see better. So now we've got our ignition coils here. You guys can see them. Let me show you how those come out. There's a little clip on top of them. You're going to flick that clip up, and if you'll watch really closely, you'll see it start to unplug. You're going to unplug each one of those. Let me give you guys some light down there. You're going to unplug each one of those. They go all the way back, and then they literally just pull straight up off the spark plug. They don't bolt in or anything like that. You just need to unplug them and then give them a tug, and they come right out. We just did some ignition coils like this on my brother's 330i from 06. They're almost identical. All right, so I'm going to give you guys an up close and personal on pulling one of these. I've already pulled cylinder one over here. So you're just going to flip the clip, unplug, get your finger through the loop here, and pull them straight out. That's how you're going to pull the ignition coils on this. And as you can see, they are caked up bad with squirrel stuff. Yikes. All right, so once you get all of your ignition coils out, the ignition coil wiring harness will unseat from the side of the valve cover down here at the base. It kind of has little pins that hold it in. And at that point, it will only be held in by the fuel electrical system and grounds that are on this side. And that is what we found over here, that one of those grounds was never reconnected properly like it was supposed to be. So we're going to loose these grounds, and our first valve cover is coming out. Hang on tight, y'all. So secondary air injection system, secondary air injection control valve plugs in right here on the side of the throttle body with this hose here. It snakes underneath these wires from the injection harness system, electrical system. And then it mounts right here. It snakes around and plugs in back here to this hose. So we have that removed. We're going to be very careful with it. These are old plastic BMW OEM lines. I'm going to tell you right now, they are brittle. They go through heat cycles, and it definitely 100% can break very, very easily. Be careful with it as you snake it out. You do not want to break one of these lines. You can patch them, but you don't want to have a bunch of patches and vacuum system lines because it just makes for a crappy running car. All right, so there are our grounds released. We already have this ignition coil wiring harness undone, and now this one should be undone, and we can gently and carefully lift it out. All right, so nice, super fun, tight working spaces in here to get these lower valve cover bolts, and of course the squirrel mess makes it even more fun. But we are removing valve covers, guys, so hang on. We're about to be inside here looking at cams and the top side of the vanoses and the exhaust sprockets, as well as chains. Get your lower valve cover 10 mil bolts out. The rest of them are all up top, super easily accessible, and you should be able to get them out pretty quickly and pretty efficiently. So we're going to keep going. We'll be pulling our first valve cover here shortly. In order to get these valve covers off, you do have to remove your synchronizer mounting bracket, and there are sensors in the back here that have to also be unbolted and pulled out. And here we go. The valve cover is coming off. Our first looks inside this N62 4.8 liter V8. We are almost certain that this this bank is the one that's out of time, and this is our first shot to take a peek and see what is going on.
I'm gonna need a hand.
You gonna need a hand? All right, y'all, hang tight. You got to see the valve cover coming up. I gotta help my guy out. Oh, BimmerBuilds Knox, day 3, getting down to chains and guides. Valve cover 1 is removed. It has exposed the twin vanoses, which is exhaust and intake for bank 1. We are loving the way these chains are looking for bank 1. There is no play, there is no movement, not even down here on the inside. That chain is tight, tight. Now, the one concern we do have is we do want to go ahead and retime these, even if the chain is good. We want to retime the vanoses, we want to position the cam sensors, and just confirm 100% that the timing is on point. Just because the chains are nice and tight does not mean that the springs and gaskets in the vanoses haven't allowed the camshafts to shift left or right. So we want to confirm 100% that those are on point. Here we go. So here it is. Let me get my trusty tactical light here so you guys can see real good. There we go. So everything. Hey, Chaos, I need your hand, buddy. No. Yes. I will tell you guys, it has taken us all day to get these valve covers. They are in, some of their bolts are in the absolute worst positions. But check this out up front. No play.
It's that good German engineering, good and tight.
No play. No play on the exhaust side. No play on the intake side. What do you think about cams? Take a look at the cams, Chaos, and tell the folks what you think about those.
They're good. I'd run them.
Okay. No significant wear.
Nah.
Nothing like that.
No. They still have the cross hatching on the lobes.
Let's reach way down in here. Listen. Remember when we did it on the 5 Series? We heard the clank, 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 clank from where it was slapping?
Yeah.
Put your finger down there. Here, let me take the light. See what you think about the tension on those.
Whoop.
Get it down in there.
Ooh.
Super tight.
Very nice.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking too.
And the guides don't look.
The guides don't. From the guy, look at the tensioner right here. Tensioner has zero play
on it too, so
but it has zero play. You remember the ones on the 5 Series on the M62 when we pulled them? They were wonky, and we had to replace them.
Yeah, no, it looks nice down in there.
Yep. All right. So we also found something else out. So these synchronizers that we pulled off up here, if you guys scroll to day 2 of the 7 Series breakdown on the E66 N62, which is this car and this engine, this is where those long stem synchronizers actually drop down in. We were under the impression they were spring loaded. So they are gear driven, not spring loaded. This gear right here is loaded from the springs in the shaft in here. If you guys can see those springs back there. Let me see if I can clear it up. There we go. You see those springs in there? So these gears take tension from the springs in here, and those synchronizers thread in down the actual side of that gear and put tension on it. So we've got some more research we're going to be doing tonight, but we are burned out, dude. We slept. I went to bed at like 3 a.m. last night. You went to bed at like 4 a.m. just doing research and trying to make sure we're on our game for this. And we really very much ill prepared ourselves sleep-wise for what we were going to be doing today. So we are exhausted. We have been on this thing all day long. We are going to be on it for the majority of the day tomorrow. Tomorrow's job, we've got everything cleared out of the way, even though it doesn't look like it. We got everything cleared out of the way for upper timing covers. They will be coming off. We will be doing a deep dive into the chains and guides down here and just fully confirming that chains and guides are in good shape. We have not come all this way and done all of this work to half do it. If you're going to do this, do it right. Do it all so you don't have to go back in. So hang tight, y'all. coming at you from inside the garage. Guys, put a shirt on, dude, you animal.
It wouldn't be Chaos Customs if it was not chaotic.
From right here at BimmerBuilds Knox, day 3.